Hello everybody, welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport again. Second time in less than 24 hours. And we're back finally for some FIA racing. Been just a little while since I've made one of these. I've had a few people ask me why I kind of stopped making them. Simple reason for that was it wasn't really leaving me enough time to do a lot of practice for this, and obviously the F1 side of things as well. As majority of you guys would know, I'm sure I do. What is it? Probably 3-4 F1 races a week. On top of that, with the 2 to 3 FIA races a week that you can do. So yeah, I do quite a lot of racing during the week. But anyway, I'm finally back once again here for, I think this is going to be the Nations Cup here at Dragon Trail Seaside in the Group 3 cars. And I don't think I need to remind anybody who has known this circuit for a while. Whenever you go to Dragon Trail Seaside, you also go to the Chicane of Death. Literally, probably one of the most well-known corners on Gran Turismo. So easy to get wrong, and if you get it wrong, you are severely punished. So hopefully we can avoid dying in the Chicane of Death tonight. One thing that was worth noting, I did absolutely no practice before this race. I literally showed up, turned the PlayStation on probably like 5 minutes before this race was due to start. And yeah, so I haven't done any race practice or anything like that. So hopefully this doesn't go too badly. But anyway, time will tell. Just a quick mention as well, which you obviously would have seen right at the start of the video. I have left Toyota for the manufacturer series. I have now swapped over to Subaru. I'll elaborate on why I have done that in a later video, probably tomorrow or the next day. It just depends when I can get it out. But anyway, off to qualifying now. I was confident that I could get a top 5. I didn't think I'd be challenging for pole position. There's actually a bit of a variety in terms of car selection for this race as well. I think you've got Dan in the Lambo. I think that must be his favourite car because it's all you ever see him in. A couple of GTRs, there's a couple of Ferraris in here as well. I think there's a Peugeot in here somewhere. And last but not least, I think you've got Cody in an Audi R8. So quite a variety of rides here in this race. So this is going to be interesting just to see, you know, how all this pans out. But anyway, our first lap so far, it's been going pretty well. We've just caught up to the guy in front of us ever so slightly. We've been getting a tow throughout this whole lap. Well, the places where it'll take effect anyway. But here we go through the Chicane of Death. Can we get through here? Oh my goodness, that is tight. Oh my god, that is honestly frightening when you go through there. But we survived this time. Down into the final corner now. Bit of a kerfuffle going on ahead of us as Dan, Captain Muffin. Bit of an altercation there. But anyway, we're going to get a nice tow up to the line. Cody goes pole on a 37.5. We go P2 on a 37.6. That was surprising. I'm not going to lie, that was very surprising. I did not expect to come across the line and go P2. But as you can see, the session is now basically over and nobody's improved. Might have been 1 or 2 people that just improved by a 10th or 2. But yeah, that's it. So by the looks of it, it looks like we have second place secured here. First of the GTRs as well, which is definitely something a bit different. So Cody starts on pole here at Dragon Trail in the Audi R8. I'm still amazed, to be honest. I would have been like stoked with a P5, if I'm brutally honest with you guys, but we've only gone and parked this damn thing on the front row. So yeah, this is a bit of a surprise, to be honest. But anyway, 13 lap race. going to require a lot of fuel saving, so hopefully we can play our cards right and keep ourselves in the fight for the win. And who knows, 313 points might be on the card. But anyway, let's get into it and see just what we can do. That is a pretty damn cool sight right there. But anyway, I got to admit, at this point the nerves were kicking in a little bit. I wanted to get this thing off the line and, you know, make sure I got down to turn one, still at the front of the queue. So standing start as well, obviously. But here we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go here at Dragon Trail Seaside. And as you can see, this thing has gone nowhere off the line. Definitely one thing I should have thought of or practiced or at least checked before the race was whether it was worth putting traction control on. Clearly not. We're already down to 6 as Dan has come over on us, and now that's caused a chain reaction. There's a Ferrari going off as well, and oh my god, we've got a 1 second penalty as well. There's cars going everywhere behind us. I think there's a Honda that's been spun out. Somehow through all that we've actually still found ourselves in P3. 1 second penalty though, so we're going to have to serve that just here. I think there's 1 or 2 people behind that are still going to serve it as well, so hopefully we don't drop too far down. Looks like we're going to end up down in 5th. Yes we are. So okay, so we're still in the fight for a podium. I reckon everybody probably going to go into fuel saving mode now. But yeah, just looking back at that start, like I don't know what the hell Dan was trying to accomplish with that. I mean, there's 2 cars on his inside and he's just turned hard left, so yeah, I don't know what he's playing at sometimes. He's got extremely good pace, but yeah, he does some stuff during some of these races that are average to say the least. But anyway, chicane of death, first attempt, we get through okay, so lap 1 ticked off. We've only got to do it another 12 times. On to lap 2, we're going to try and look for a way through on the Ferrari, down into turn 1 and 2, nothing doing for us there, but we're going to try and size him up on the exit, get a good run. I'd say that Ferrari might be in a lower power setting as well, as we just blow past on the exit there. That wasn't even a competition to get through there, so up to P4. Not going to lie, at this point, I definitely had one eye on what was going on behind me. I wanted to, you know, keep an eye on the likes of Emily Jones, and obviously wait to see Dan come back up, and VLX GTR. I know those 3 are back down there, and I'd expect them to come up pretty quickly. But on to lap 3, we get the move done on Cody there on the front straight. I think that Audi is in max fuel saving mode at the moment, and now we've got a run on Dylan in the Ferrari as well, in the exact same spot we passed the first Ferrari. We overtake the second, up into P2 now, and I think that just goes to show how hard a couple of those guys are saving. Now, if I had to guess, I actually think a couple of those guys might be going to the end, because they are saving a hell of a lot. So yeah, definitely one to watch out for there. But coming on to lap 6, Dan has somehow found his way back up to the front, and I actually just moved over and let him go there, to be honest. I was in no mindset to try and fight him after what happened at the start. I just thought, nope, it's going to slow us both down, and one of us is probably going to end up in the fence anyway. so I wasn't interested in dealing with that. So anyway, Heath A's P2, so he'll go set off after the leader. But cutting into lap 7, as I say that, he's actually thrown it into the dirt and he comes back on right in front of us there. Really awkward rejoin from the Lamborghini driver. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. You know, he probably did have dirt and everything on these tyres. Well, there's no probably about it. I mean, he'd been off the road, but at the same time, like, he's just come right back on the racing line, and yeah, that's just really screwed me up. And now Emily Jones has got a run on me, so through she goes. Bear in mind, those two were like 8th and I can't even remember where Emily was. I think she was at the back by memory. But yeah, at this point I was really getting annoyed because you know, obviously Dan making his mistake has kind of backed us all up, and now it's kind of at that point where you know, we're all in a train and, you know, nobody's really wanting to wait, so everybody's trying to pass each other, and yeah, this is really holding us all up. So yeah, things aren't exactly going as best as they could right now, but anyway, to the end of lap 7, any takers in the pits? Nope, we're all still going around. At the moment, I'd say we probably need 1.5, 2 laps of fuel in the pits. I don't know about the Lamborghini, the Ferrari or the Audi, but the Nissan is definitely going to have to make a stop. But through goes Emily up the inside for the second time in the space of probably, what, 30-40 seconds. And she goes up to P3. I wasn't too fussed. If I'm brutally honest, I was hoping that, you know, my fuel saving would bring me back into this, and I think it has. We actually had the most amount of fuel out of anybody who come into the pits there. So as we head back out, you can see there is Emily behind us. So we have effectively resumed second place. The leader in the yellow Nissan is just absolutely bolted. He has got some mental pace here today. But we're effectively in P2, Emily P3. Good mate Alex in P4 as well, effectively. So nice to see him up here having a good race. But cutting on to the end of the lap, we're going to go up the inside of the Volkswagen. Emily from a mile back tries to send up the middle. Very, very ballsy from her there. Certainly didn't expect her to try that. But also worth noting, you'll see the Nissan that was in front of us isn't there anymore. He actually binned it in the chicane of death. So we're effectively leading this race. Not for long though, I'd say, as Emily looks up her inside. I was going to try and fight this if I could. And I think we should keep the lead, and we do. Emily couldn't quite get the move done, so we maintain P1 for the time being, but I don't think it'll last too much longer. As a few seconds later, as we're coming down the hill, down she goes up the inside and takes the effective lead of the race. As you can see, the top 3, they're ahead of us. Now, worth noting, those 3 are actually trying to go to the end. These 3 are not stopping, so yeah, we're going to have to work our way through these guys, but there goes Dan with a send up the inside. Again, I wasn't interested in trying to defend that. I don't need to talk about why, as I feel I've already mentioned and covered my reasons for that. But anyway, fairly average run through the chicane of death there for the Lamborghini driver, so scratch what I actually said about not wanting to fight him. We're going to look for a move up the inside, are we? No, he goes for a send up the inside of the Ferrari there. Any later on, I reckon he would have almost run into Cody there, so he's a demon on the brakes. You've got to give him that. But anyway, final lap of the race now. We are borderline on fuel as well. This is going to be very close. As you can see, Cody going very, very slowly at the moment. I think he's in max fuel save mode. I don't think he's actually going to make it to the end. He might run out. So he goes down to P6, so his chance to win this race is all but gone. We're going to go up the inside now of another Ferrari now. That's like, what, the 3rd Ferrari we've overtaken in that section. He's still there on the outside, but I think we get the move done, and we do, up to P4. So there we go. Right, top 3 directly ahead of us. At this point, I really had my fingers crossed for Dan to try a dive down at the bottom of the hill, and yeah, I just had my fingers crossed for maybe a little bit of contact, a couple of them to be held up. As you can see, they're all running defensive. Dan, he wanted to go down the inside, but there was no room. So he looks to the outside. Unfortunately, they all actually play it smart, which I must admit is something that I don't actually see too often. But anyway, through the chicane of death, here we go for the final time. We're going to have to throw it through here. We really need to get a good run, and that's exactly what we've got on Dan Holland. This is going to be a run to the final corner now. We're going to have to be really late on the brakes, but as you can see, he's going to go for a dive. Oh my god, I thought he was actually trying to make the move on Dylan, and looking in the mirror behind, there's Alex has actually made a move at the last minute for P5. So it's going to be P4. No, it's not. Dylan's out of fuel. So we snag P3 on the line. Alex gets P4. Oh boy, what a race that was. Well, 290 points if I'm not mistaken. So very good result. Keeps us in the top 16 as well. So looks like both me and Alex will be heading to Spa for our second attempt at the top 16 Superstars race. So yeah, pretty damn good race from the pair of us there. But anyway, that's it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until the manufacturer series, I will see you all later. Have a good one.